Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 40 of our season 2 for Medieval Dynasty. It's hard to believe we're already at episode 40. We're coming up on 80 hours in this save. That's nuts. But we are getting ready to transition into winter, so winter's going to be a little bit slow. We're going to definitely go on a mine run once the season changes, and probably just kind of pass the time. We're going to be sleeping through the nights to try and get to spring as soon as possible. We'll probably do a bit of a sales run based on what we can scrounge together, but it's not going to be a huge one. Mostly we're waiting for spring for things to come in so we can make some more cash. Hopefully we're going to hit the 500,000 or $500,000 mark today, but we'll see what happens. So if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. Alrighty, here we go. It looks like it is evening, so we'll just go ahead and sleep for now. So we're gonna try to get through the rest of fall as quickly as possible. There's not much left for us to do. We can make some more vials and do get some things ready for a sales run in winter. But generally speaking, most of what needs to be done for fall is already taken care of, so we have 6 toolless people, huh? I think the 3 people that we lost off of the mine are significantly holding us back as far as our iron and knives are going, and I don't want to necessarily reduce the sales of knives because I think we can make up the difference if we have to, but 8 is a bit much. What are we missing? Woodshed is missing an axe. Interesting. Okay. So we need to make them an axe. The barn is probably out of, manure, because we did that ourselves, so that's fine. That pigsty is missing people and a worker. I put them in the wrong damn pigsty is what I did. So that's Oatmar. That's not good because that means that we have at least a full day of not getting manure. Okay, so that fixes that problem. Now the kitchens are out of bowls, that's fine. The smithy's out of iron, I'm assuming. Iron ore, yep. Okay. Okay, well, that's a start. And the other nice thing is that's all going to give us production tech points as well. Yep, we only need 1,000 now, and we will be at the tavern. And then we can go ahead and buy the cherry juice and cherry wine, and start selling cherry wine. Because that's going to be worth some money. Baskets in there, small baskets in there. We still have a whole lot of logs. Hey James, what's going on, man? Alright, let's go do a house. We're basically just burning time until winter comes around. That's all we're really after right this moment. As we can't do any sale runs, the fields are taken care of. There's not really anything for us to do until winter rolls around, and it's too early to sleep because the day just changed. So, but we are on the last day of fall, so it shouldn't be long. Just enjoying the weekend, but it's going to be chilly tonight. You know, it's actually quite cold here today too. You can definitely feel that winter's coming. I love the smell, though. The fall smell being back home is absolutely wonderful. The last place I lived was semi-arid, so it wasn't nearly as vibrant. I know that was one of the things that startled me about coming back here is we had a day, the first winter after I'd moved back, where we got about it was 6 or 7 inches of snow. It wasn't super bad. Well, it wasn't super bad compared to what I was used to. But we had 6 or 7 inches of snow, And I still got to work on time because I was ready for it. I knew it was going to snow, and coming from Montana, 6 or 7 inches isn't a problem. It's an inconvenience. And I showed up, and the only person there was the operations manager, and he said, "Why the hell are you here?" I said, "To work, duh. Where's everybody else?" He said, "We're in a state of emergency." I said, "For 6 inches of snow? Are you kidding me?" But no, they called a state of emergency for the town. So all work was canceled. I was like, that's all right. This is just inconvenient. This isn't even, I'm used to 15 to 24 inches, not 6 is barely anything to take note of. It's amazing how different parts of the country have different views on things. But yeah, it's crazy how different parts of the world or country or whatever, what have you, view things. I had a similar experience, only with the reverse, when we moved from Arizona to Illinois. I was in high school, and we had a day that they canceled for heat index. And after Arizona, where it's regularly 120 degrees, and it's only 90-something in Illinois, and they cancel school, we're like, okay. And I know the heat index takes into account humidity, which we didn't have in Arizona, but it was just one of those things where you're like, seriously? A friggin' heat day? Coming from the desert? And now, here coming this, as an adult, you're like, seriously? The state of emergency for 6 inches of snow? Oh man, the payout next, the payout come summer is going to be astronomical. We still have like 400 linen thread in there. Right, you have to process it for a sec. Let's see how long, time is it? It's 1 in the afternoon, so it's not too long before we can sleep. Oh, you know what? We needed to make a new bow. That was something that I keep forgetting to do. And something that we need to do soon, because this one is less than a quarter left. Really? Apparently we're too fat to go down that alley. Snot freezes at -10, that's how I know it's colder. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you can feel your nose hairs freeze together. And that's generally when you just start calling it cold, because past that point it really doesn't matter. 1 log, 4 thread, 3 leather. So we needed 1,000. Oh, well, we've actually gone up almost 200 production points just with the crap that we've been making, puttering around town, wasting time. So, that's something. I wouldn't mind getting another hunting level, but I think we're quite a ways away from one. It's always the last one. I don't know that I've ever actually hit 10 in hunting. It's like extraction, we've got 2 left. Hunting, we've got 4 left. That one's done. That one's got 2 left. That one's got 1 left, and that one's done. So what counts? Skill tree that determines how proficient you are in surviving and gathering. So we actually haven't been picking up as much as we did during, that they get those done in time. Oh, she's the last one. Alright, well, we're gonna help her so that we don't accidentally sleep while she's doing that. Because we don't want to cut ourselves shy on our, rye. Because that's a huge money crop. Not as much as flax, but it's still worth a chunk of change. What's on your mind? Oh no, I lost my rock. Did you see it? It was round and gray, one of a kind. That's, I'm gonna go to bed. I don't have enough time to tell him what's wrong with that statement. We only actually need 5,000 coins now because they made us 5,000 coins over the rest of the day here. So that's good news. There we go. You having too many 420 moments? No. Just my memory is not as great as it used to be. Some things I can remember as if I'm still seeing them. I love you're here. How's my beautiful wife doing? Finally free of this damn hiccup. It's been bothering me for hours. My sincerest congratulations. What about our youngster? He has an imaginary friend. Oh, this is the one. Okay. He has an imaginary friend. I remember having one at his age as well. Have you ever had one? Never. I had real friend. I sure did. His name was Peter. Some days I've been pretending he was the one controlling the words. Nope, never. I had real friends. Oh, don't be a grump. It's harmless fun. Go see for yourself. I'm sure. And then she hiccups. I'll give it a try. This is the one where the kid speaks like somebody in his mid-20s, not somebody that is however old our kid is. I think he's 4? Yeah, he's 4. I've made a new friend, so I've heard. Your mom told me about it. What's his name? I don't actually know. He wouldn't give it to me. Says it's safer that way. Of course it is. Where is he from? Is he from the valley? No, he said he's from a very distant place, a place that hasn't been built yet. I see. Very mysterious. Okay, I'll leave you two alone. Have fun. Dad, wait. He could actually use your help. What is it? He needs new clothes. I like his old ones, but he says he needs something more local. Son, I don't know if I have time to play pretend. But it's really important. He just needs a shirt, trousers, and shoes. Whatever the kind. He's about your size. Fine, I'll see what I can do. Simple shoes we've got. Trousers, we can probably make some, I guess. And a simple linen shirt. I think we have the recipe for that as well. Now, sometimes my memory is impeccable. Like, I can still remember lectures from my chemistry class in college, and what was written on what side of the board, and what the instructor was wearing when she wrote it there. And then there are times when I can't remember shit. And there doesn't seem to be much of a rhyme or reason as to which one strikes. Lark, what took you so long? I have the clothes for your friend. Great, exactly what I needed. Anything else? Actually, yes, I'll be needing a hammer as well. And what would you need a hammer for? It's not for me, it's for him again. Is it really necessary? What does he do exactly? He's a traveler, and he wants to go back home, but his carriage got broken, so he needs to fix it first. Alright, I'll get you a hammer. And it needs to be a metal one. Oh, come on! Yeah, see, he's not speaking like a 4-year-old. Okay, so we know that this is going to go in 2s, so we can put one of these back. So 70 is 35, 4 is 2, so we're looking at 37 sticks for that. Plus an additional... So 38 sticks total, because we want one for the copper as well to give our kiddo that hammer. What took you so long? Here's your hammer. I feel like a bad parent giving it to you, though. No, you're the best. Now I only need one more thing. You're killing me, son. What now? He didn't tell me yet. I need to wait until tomorrow. Will you come see me then? You know I will, you little bug. Yeah, that's what the coin's for. If you drop it from the menu, it will flip heads or tails. I hate weight limits on games, so I have it turned off. You know, weight limits on games that already have a grid inventory drive me insane. But in this particular game, because you can carry a virtually unlimited stack of items, I leave the weight limits on just because I feel like it actually would break the balance if you could carry as much of whatever you wanted. But that is definitely personal preference. And no judgment whatsoever if that is not the way you play it. Let's take like half the feathers. I just don't like to make all the trips. That's fair. It depends too on what kind of time you have available when you're playing a game too. As there are times when weight limit plus Diablo style grid is too much, yes. And there are games that do that, and it drives me absolutely insane. Like one or the other. Both are ways to limit the player. Pick one. I like when they let you adjust it. Not necessarily manually, like setting different constraints, but like in Skyrim, you could increase your carrying capacity by putting points in certain stats or putting certain enchantments on gear. I wish there was something along those lines here. Truth be told. Alright, let's see how far these will get us. Imagine medieval bench press rack. Well, honestly, I mean, when they were working in the fields and whatnot, it's amazing how much hard manual labor will actually tone you up. You know, I might actually hit a couple of copper nodes the next time we're in the mine and just sit on them, because I'm really getting tired of having to buy and or scramble to get copper for these quests. I would almost rather they wanted iron tools, even though it would technically cost us more in profitability. It would be less of a pain in the ass to go get. We still have 90 in weight. Iron knives! Oh my god. I screwed the pooch on that one.
Have a good day.
Hey, diplomacy level. Alright, we got Castellan done, so creative accounting is where... Alright. So we can actually put in a point in good host once we hit 10, which will slower mood reduction. But we now have the lowest possible taxes, lowest demand for food and water, and best prices. I doubt that copper knives were widespread in medieval times. Yeah, that's a little after the Copper Ages. I mean, they've, you know, we learned about copper, and then we learned about bronze, then we learned about iron, then we learned about steel. And, I mean, there was some use of steel in the late medieval ages, so you would think that nobody would be bothering with bronze or copper anymore at that point. I think that's mostly just for progression for the gaming, because they needed some form of progression to make it feel like you're earning stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go turn this axe in, and then I'm gonna go grab some more of the vials to sell, because I forgot that we had a bunch of iron knives for sale. And we don't have anything to make up the difference right now, because I sold off all the vials already, Yeah, I kind of screwed up by selling off all the vials earlier. I thought we were done with everything else, and we weren't. Once we realized that we can make iron tools, and that iron is thousands of times more abundant than copper, copper tools went out the... yeah. Yep. Also, iron is a harder metal, which means it's you don't have to put your edge on as often, doesn't break down as bad. I mean, it's just better overall for tools. Copper has its uses, and definitely in today's society. But even then, it had its uses. Just tools were not the most efficient use of it. Oh. Bandits. I think you have the bow. No, neither of them had a bow. Where's your knife? Copper knife. You had an iron cudgel. That's money. $75 coins. Ooh, backpack. That's worth some. Ah, bread is worth a lot. That's nice. That's really nice. Water skins, eh. Meat's good. Rye beer's good. Alright, well, that wasn't a complete waste. Oh. Hello, then. Ooh, a free bow. Kind of arrows. Stone arrows. I'm not taking those. We're not taking the fur either. Well, you know what? We're on a sale run. We can sell the fur. It's fine. And the bow. Look at them running their dead state with their shoulders going and their toes twitching. I don't understand why that's a thing. Their models should stop moving. I mean, the animals do. Yeah, I don't know how much further around we're going to make it. We don't have that much more to go. It looks like we still have a lot of vials left, but honestly, they're really not worth that much. They're mostly there for filler because the knives go in such big chunks that they can effectively leave a bunch of coins in the vendor. So they're basically there to nickel and dime them out of what's left after that. We made it further than I expected to based on what we had, though, to be completely honest. I didn't think we had enough to get us this far. I guess that just shows how much value the higher tier items really are. A little bit of money left yourself. So we almost made 30,000 coins this trip. Which means there was only about 20,000 left in the valley. We were 1,000 away, and we will probably hit 30,000 with the stuff that we sold at home while we were out and about. And I think they finally sold through the last of the flatbread. I think that's what the vendors are having issues selling at the moment. So we definitely hit our goal. We did hit our 500,000 today, which is ahead of schedule, because we wanted it by year 18. We wanted 1 million, which means year 9 would have been the halfway point for the 500,000. Here we are at year 7, and we have 500,000. So that's awesome. And that, I mean, the first year or two is much, much slower than later. So we're well on our way to hitting the 1 million mark long before our kid's 18. Yeah, here, bear in mind that the kid is 4. Listen, son, I've got a lot on my mind today. I can't keep helping with your imaginary friend's every whim. Imaginary? Do you think I was playing pretend all this time? Well, of course, your mother said. Never mind, my real friend has already left. He fixed his carriage and went back home. Here, take this. He gave me a coin to remember him by. I wouldn't even think that you didn't believe me this whole time. I'm so sorry, son. I thought you were just playing a game. Many children have imaginary friends. That's just silly. If you ever lose your coin, you can come to me for another. You gave me a few. But try not to. They're important to me. Now go. You said you were busy. I can do those things tomorrow. What do you say we spend a day together? No, thank you. I'm busy myself today. Okay. See you later, buddy. Yeah, he's 4. And he speaks like a young adult. Like, that's crazy. Alright, so if we find that strange coin, it should be under S for strange. And if we drop it, this coin is surprisingly light but rigid. It virtually begs to be tossed. So if we drop it... Well, oh. Okay. It showed up down here. So if we hit the button for drop... Oh no, I guess it didn't. Oh, heads. There it is in the top left. So it flipped heads. I wonder what happens if you grab it and drop it. Nothing. So if we drop it again, tails. So that's fun. It really serves no purpose in single player, though. I feel like that's something that would be much more fun in multiplayer. 2,500 coins. There it is. We are 3,000 coins away from 500,250. Or 525,000. Holy crap. I can't number today. That decimal throws me off. I really don't like that there's a partial of a coin. Oh, okay. We were stuck in the doorway and then all of a sudden we were teleported halfway across the barn and fell over. That was new and exciting. Alright, I actually need you to carry these logs, Winnie. Back. Alright, guys. It is about that time of the night. So our next stream isn't going to be until Wednesday, just as a heads up. So that'll give me tomorrow to edit today's stream. And then Monday I'm going to have to stay late because it's the first day at a new job, so there's a lot of paperwork to do. And then we're starting our Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday stream schedule. So our next stream will be Wednesday, and then Friday, and then Saturday, and then it should be normal from there. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape here. We're just going to pass out the rest of winter, get this rye harvested, get it refined, sold off. That should unlock the windmill for us. Probably just the harvesting of it will unlock the windmill. We're so close. The processing of it, the cooking of it, will hopefully get us to the tavern as well, and then we'll really be cooking with fire monetarily. But yeah, that's where we're at. So we're just gonna chill until winter's over. If you guys learned anything useful today, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, guys, and we will see you Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out.